Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're watching this, have a good one. So today, I got myself some Christmas cookies. Now these are, I'll say a special Christmas cookie that it's not for everybody. I'm going to be doing some cutouts. If you grew up eating them, you're going to like them. If you haven't, you're probably not going to like them. It's not a one or the, it's not something in between. It's not a, oh, yeah, these are okay. Either you like them or you don't. So, we got ourselves some Crisco, eggs, granulated sugar, baking powder, cream of tartar, salt, all-purpose flour, and some anise extract. This is what they make, wrong way. There we go. This is what they make black licorice out of. So these cookies kind of have a slight black licorice flavoring. If you're not into that, maybe not make these cookies. But for those of you that are, we're going to go through it. We're going to do one batch today. That's all I'm going to do because I got cookies from other places as well. So, first thing you need, I'm going to put these instructions and everything down at the bottom in the comments, not the comments, the description of the video. But you need 1 cup of Crisco, 2 cups granulated sugar, 3 eggs, 1.5 teaspoons cream of tartar, 1.5 teaspoons baking soda. Now, the baking soda needs to be dissolved in 2 tablespoons of milk. 1 teaspoon salt, 3 teaspoons Anise Liquid, 4 cups of flour. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cream our shortening, sugar, eggs, baking soda, and anise into the bowl. So as you can see in my bowl, I have Crisco, the sugar, eggs, the milk dissolved with the baking soda, and the anise, which is clear liquid, so it's just in there. Next thing we're going to do is we're just going to beat these all up and move on to the next part. So after beating up the liquids and the sugar, that's kind of what it looks like. Just a pudding-ish, vanilla pudding, banana pudding-like consistency. Now we're going to add in the dry ingredients, which is 4 cups of flour. Now because I'm using hand mixer and everything, you don't want the flour just shooting everywhere. So I'm only going to add about half a cup at a time, mix it in, and move on. 1 tisp salt's got to go in there, and 1.5 cream of tartar. So let me just bring up, there we go. Make sure that I'm right. Yep, 1.5 tisp cream of tartar, 1 tisp salt, 1 cup flour with the salt and cream of tartar. So mixing it until I really get the flour mixed in there. You don't want to just crank it up at full speed because your flour is just going to shoot all over if you do that. So get a little bit mixed up in there and then you can turn up the speed a bit more. 2 cups flour, 3 cups flour. As you can see, our pudding consistency still liquid, but you're definitely getting it a lot thicker. That's some good dough. That's exactly what you want. Our final cup of flour, like I said, it's starting to get doughy. It's still squishy, but dough is coming along, and you'll see here in a minute. So boom! As you can see, nothing's really coming off. It's not as sticky, it's not as liquidy. It's just a dough. So now what we're going to do is we're going to wrap it, and it's going to sit in the fridge for a couple hours because I got a few more errands to go run. But that's what you want your dough to look like before it goes into the fridge. So it is the next day. My cookie dough has been chilling in the fridge. Don't worry about that part. I didn't eat it. Maybe I did. My cookie dough has been chilling in the fridge for 24 hours. I got my rolling out plastic mat here. Underneath the mat, I have a wet towel, which hopefully prevents it from sliding a little bit. I got 3 cutouts that I found over at the store there, a star, tree, and a snow dude. So what we're going to do first, I got some all-purpose flour. What I'm going to do is just sprinkle some of that out here on my tray, my little plastic thing. Hit you there. Going to take some of my cookie dough, get it into a little ball there. Alright, boom. Gonna put it there, put a little flour on top of it. Help it prevent the rolling pin. Also get a little flour. Hopefully prevent that from sticking. Now with these cookies, you want the dough to be kind of thick. If it's super thin, the cookies will, they're gonna burn. So that doesn't seem terrible. So I got my oven heated already to 400 degrees. So all I'm going to do is come in, get as close to the edge with each of them. Get some there. Get my little snow guy here. And then just, bloop, there we go. And that is a bit thin. That's alright. And just do all the way down here. I wonder if I can squish this guy just barely. Alright, so as you can see, I got my shapes. Just going to go on my cookie tray. Oh, look at that one. So you got this one, you got all these cracks and stuff. Forget him, or like this one. Super thin. Forget it. We'll just roll them into another one. That's more of what you want. A thicker cookie. Now these ones on this side, much thicker. They're going to be better. They puff up. So you gotta give them a little room on your tray here. And all we're going to do with this extra dough here, just gonna squish it all back together, add some more dough from what we got over here, and just keep going until we used up all the dough. I got my cookies spread out. That's the thickness you're looking for right there. That's a good thick cookie. That one's gonna be perfect. This one, we're gonna get rid of that one. Forget him. Another good thick cookie. Like I said, you want them kind of spread out. A non-stick pan works pretty good. You want them spread out because they puff up. So these are going into the oven for 8 minutes. And I mean, it's almost perfect at 8. Maybe 9. You don't want to go much over that. So I just pulled the cookies out. As you can see, they puffed up quite a bit. I think they were, oh yeah, that's a good soft one. I think they were a bit thin. I don't know if you can really see it. Let's see if I can zoom in on it here. Yeah, maybe that's better. But around these edges is pretty, I mean, it's brown. This one's pretty good too. That's a little bit more brown than what I want. I would rather have them like this. No brown. Pretty much anywhere on the cookie. No dark brown. But yeah, these came out pretty good. So we're gonna give them a couple seconds here, a couple minutes, I should say. Whoop. Couple minutes here of sitting on the pan, and then we're going to transfer them over to our cooling racks that we got set up right there, and we'll move on to frosting afterwards. So I cooked all my cookies. Cookies are done. A couple of them are pretty pretty skinny, so they're crispy, but most of them are actually pretty good. What we're going to do now is we're going to make the frosting. Pretty simple. We get some milk, a tablespoon of milk. We get 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 16 ounces of confectioner sugar, powdered sugar, 1 teaspoon of, oh no, it is 2 teaspoons vanilla. My bad. 2 teaspoons vanilla, pure vanilla. You want the good stuff. I got some milk here. We're going to do 1 tablespoon. I wanted to use whole milk, but I don't have any because I used it for a recipe yesterday. So this is what I got. And then you do 1 cup of butter. I got unsalted and salted. And we're going to be doing 2 batches of frosting, probably. So that's why I got 4 half cups out. Or half sticks. But we're only going to be using 2. So let's get going. So the first thing we're going to do in our little bowl here is we're going to combine the butter, the vanilla, and mix it all up there. Alright, so what we got in here, we got our butter, we got our vanilla, and we're just going to cream it. That's it. That's all we're doing. Alright, next thing we're going to do is we're going to add our confectioner sugar. You can add it, you want to add it slowly. So I just have a 1/4 cup, and I'm just going to scoop out some, add it in, and we're just going to mix it all together. Come in and scrape down the sides often. This is probably not the best bowl for mixing, but it's what I have. So we're going to add some more. And you're going to keep doing this until you come up with a good frosting consistency. So as you can see, we're gonna keep adding some more sugar, but it's starting to get creamier. You'll see it eventually starts to turn whiter, and then we're going to add in some milk afterwards. At this point, we got our 1 cup of butter, we got our confectioner sugar, we got our vanilla mixed in. Now we're going to add 1 tablespoon of milk. This will give it more of a creamier texture. That's it. You don't want to add more, because then it turns into liquid and you're just going to have to add more sugar until you get the right balance. So at this point, I got my frosting done here. I'm going to scoop it out and put it into these bowls. And then I got some just coloring, some dyes for the frosting that I got over at the grocery store. Just red, yellow, blue, green, and then obviously the white. We'll get these all frosted up, and I'll show you the end results. So I've used up all the frosting I made, and as you can see, I still got a couple here that I did not frost. Is what it is. It's not worth it to make more frosting for the rest of them. I made green frosting and didn't do a single tree green. Oh well. So you know that the cookie is thoroughly frosted when you can look at it. Your teeth hurt and you know you're going to get diabetes from eating one. That's how you know it's good. So, like, subscribe, share. The recipe for the cookies and the frosting are going to be in the description down at the bottom of this video. If you make these cookies, let me know. Let me know how they came out for you. Alright, have a good one.